Oh, yeah, it's me. It's your boy, the Louisiana Country Boy, coming at you live once more again. Also, what I need for you to do, sit back, relax, put on your headgear. Oh, my worthless 2 cents is about to put something in your ear. Oh, and here we go, here we go, here we go. Your boy is here, your boy is here. It's me, it's your boy, the Louisiana Country Boy, coming at you live once more again with another episode. With another episode. With another episode of my Worthless 2 Cents Table Talk.
Yes,
For
sir.
you is not needed. Look at here. Oh boy is tickle red. Eyes tickle red. Okay. Eyes tickle red. Man, I have this fantastic guy that is so graciously agreed to come and join in. And I'm so happy that he's here. Man, I don't do no introduction, but I tell you, I've known this fella. Man, what, 2-3 years? I met him while I had another job. Yeah. But at another place, at another time. But I met this fella, man, and we hooked up. And man, it is a privilege to have him back. But before I do that, I want to say one thing. I want y'all to know that there is a call-in number. So if y'all want to call in tonight, y'all want to call into the show, if y'all got some questions for the guests, you're more than welcome to call in. The number is 832-699-0408. I'm going to try to put that down here in the comments. So if anybody wants to call in and have a word, ask a question, you're more than welcome to. 832-699-0408. Y'all know it'd be hard for me to be doing these things. Yeah, I'm gonna try to. 83. Miss Julie, I love you, Miss Julie. Can you help me tonight? Can you put the phone number in the comments for me? I would love it if you can. 832-699-0408. Hey, Skip, that's Miss Julie. She is, man, Miss Julie is my number one fan, my number one supporter. I love her to death, and I appreciate her. I appreciate you so much. But look here. Without further ado, I'm going to welcome the man, the myth, the legend, the one, the only. So what I need for y'all to do, sit back, relax, put on your headgear. Oh, Skip Flanagan!
Oh, wait, man.
Yeah, my boy Skip.
What's happening?
What's going on, sir? How you doing?
Man, we doing great over here, man. How about you, man? I see like you got too much energy, man.
Hey, look here, Skip. Look, I got a 4-year-old, man. I got to have the energy.
Yeah, you got too much. You got to give me some of that, man.
I got to have it.
Yes, sir.
Man, what is going on, sir?
Oh man, it's just business, man, with me, man. It's always business 24/7. You know what I'm saying? Just excited to be able to come back and give everybody an update on everything that's going on. I was just thinking, last year was a good year. You know what I'm saying? It was more like an exploratory year, where I got to kind of figure out what was what,
Right.
who was what, and what I was doing. And even this week, I was thinking about the interview, and I was talking to some other people, and we were talking about, all the stuff that's going on, and even with a lot of stuff that's going on the internet, I had to sit back and say, what am I doing?
Right.
What am I trying to do? But I always like to tell people, everybody's life is being recorded, and it's like a DVD that you're going to eventually present to God and say, this is what I did on earth. So me understanding that, I had to think about everything that I was doing, with my book, with music, with my business. So, I looked at this interview. I was like, Skip, what are you going to do? What are you going to talk about? I said, a lot of people write books to get money. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people do music to get money.
Right.
But when I was growing up, you know, I always had that dream of one day being recognized to the point where, or doing stuff to the point where I got relevant enough for people to want to interview me. So my reason for writing a book was not solely money, but was to tell people about everything that it took in order for me to be successful.
Right.
And that's why I looked at it this week. I said I need to give people an update of where I'm at with this dream. So that's how I'm looking at this interview today. This is an update of where I'm at this point.
Man, well, that's real though. And a lot of it, I feel exactly what you said. Um, this for me has nothing to do with money or trying to get prestige. It's a greater thing for me. For me, this all of this, everything that you may see me do, everything that anybody may see me do, it is the one to continue to show the journey that I've been on, to encourage other people not to give up and not to quit.
Right.
Everybody's got a different story, but everybody has to understand we all on this journey. We're all on
Exactly.
this journey. And so many times people forget that. And you think that you out here and don't nobody know and this, that, and the other. But everybody's got a story, man. Everybody's got a story.
Exactly.
Um, and I love that. I will say this, man. Since I've known you, what I haven't never seen you do is quit or give up.
Nah,
I've
we
never
don't.
seen you quit or give up.
No, we don't. And I tell a lot of people, I listen to a lot of stuff that people say, and I actually was talking to a guy today, a young guy, and he called me to do some work for him. He had got my number a while back, so he called me today to do some work at his house. He had a rent house, a townhouse, so I go over there and we're doing the work, and we did the work. So we started talking about basketball, and we were talking about the coach of the Rockets. And the first thing he went to was, yeah, they didn't give a black coach an opportunity. I said, nah, that's not true. He said, this world, he was trying to go somewhere where I know he shouldn't have went, but it's just
Right.
like everything that I do in life, everybody has a testimony, and everybody has a destiny, and everybody has a reason why they do everything. And your DVD is going to represent everything that you've done. And one thing I've noticed about our young guys, and he was a young guy, he wasn't that old, but he owned some property. And I told him, I said, no, stop, bro. I said, you're successful, bro. Don't use the race card no more, man. I say that's one of the biggest things that's holding us back as people is to keep clutching that excuse that somebody's holding us back and not allowing us to be who we are. I say, don't tell nobody else's story. Tell your story. I said,
Yes.
when we pulled up here, I said you had 5 contractors, somebody that to do the carpet, somebody, and then you had us to come over here and do the yard. I say, so to me, you're successful. So I say take that out of your equation, take that out of your cards to play, and just go ahead and tell people your story. And
Right.
that's what I'm on right now. We see so many negative people being able to get the microphone and tell our kids, hey, this is how you do it. We got even on YouTube with all the podcasts on there, all the gangsters are the people that get all the likes on there. So they're the people that we allow to teach our kids. But, I don't want that to be my legacy. I know people don't like me. I don't want people to like me. But I've always been good at doing things by myself. So I'm not looking for people to cheer me on.
Right.
I'm not here to uplift the drug dealer. I'm not here to uplift gangs.
Hold on a second, Skip. I lost your volume. Hold on just a second. Hey, Skip. Hey, unmute your mic. Hey, Skip. Hey, hit your mute button.
Yeah, I got you now. Did
There
you
you
hear
go.
me?
All right.
Yeah, I'm sorry. No, I was saying, you know, a lot of times we send mixed messages to the youth, you
Yes.
know, and just like when man, they blowing my phone because you.
Hey, look here. Y'all leave Skip alone. Skip is on the interview. Hold on. Hey, I lost it. I lost the volume again, Skip. I ain't got you.
Oh, I'm on
Hey,
the interview.
there you go. He coming back.
Can you hear me?
I got you now. You back.
Yeah, they steady blowing me up. They was gonna blow me up the rest of So it's like with Cat Williams, you know, like I was saying, a lot of people looked at that in different ways. A lot of people received it different. And I actually received it different in the beginning because I've always been somebody that's been conscious of what people do in order to make it.
Right.
You know, a lot of people sell out, a lot of people do this, and like with a lot of stuff that's, when I look at the internet, I look at it to learn a lot of stuff. I try to see, what these guys did in order to make it. I've always been, curious of how certain dudes be able to talk about killing and doing certain stuff and don't be in jail. You know what
Right.
I'm saying?
Right.
So, I'm still learning, a lot of stuff as well. But back to Cat Williams, when he first did it, I was like, man, it was funny, man, because I never thought a person could run a 4-1 at 50 years old. I say he's a bad man. You know, you know what I'm saying? So I'm talking, man, I looked at he was running out that court, man. It was like, man, what is he doing? He gonna die. But he didn't die. So I looked at his coat. I was like, woo. I said, he's a bad man. But, everything was so funny, man. He's a funny person. But then I thought about it, like, man, he done tore down all the comedians. I like Cedric the Entertainer. You know what I'm saying? I like Steve Harvey. I think those dudes are role models. So, but, then Dave Chappelle came out, which Dave Chappelle was always my favorite. And he was trying to make it a race car, but I was like, no. When I thought about it, I was like, no, it's not. He wasn't being racial. It was like he had enemies. He attacked all his enemies.
Right.
It wasn't a black and white thing. It was just him attacking his enemies. But it just shows how divided we are as a people and how we need to come together and how we need to promote more positivity. When I look at everything, it's not a big trend in people rewarding people that do good.
Right.
You know, it's not an avenue where you can go get 6, 7 million for being a good guy.
Right.
So when the youngsters see where they can go tear another brother down, and get some likes and get $40,000, which what is $40,000 for tearing somebody down? They say Snoop Dogg had 8 billion streams, I think, and only got 45,000.
Wow.
So I'm
Wow.
like, how is that worth you going out here and selling yourself out, or you killing somebody, or you doing, having your little 10 minutes of fame, and that's what we've gotten to as a people. You
Yep.
know, I want to be somebody that pushes back against that. I want to be the one that teaches them step by step how to become a billionaire or how to become a millionaire, or how to get rich. You know, you being rich has to equal happy. You know what I'm saying? You can't have a whole bunch of money and be unhappy, or have a whole bunch of money or be in jail. So I want my legacy to represent somebody that did everything the right way, went through all the progressions and just kept going until I got everything that I want. And that's where I'm at right now. I had a bunch of dreams come true last year. You know what I'm saying? So, I look forward to this year where I can make even more dreams come true, you know, and it feels good to be at a point because I went through a couple of bad years, where I was, you know, well, I thought about giving up, but I couldn't because I couldn't imagine myself going work for somebody and having to wait 2 weeks for a check.
Right,
So,
right,
it wasn't no way that I was going to go back to that, So, I just had to tough it out, and now that I'm starting to see, the benefits of not giving up, and growing my business and finding some good angels. I met some good angels last year. I can't even lie. I met some real good angels, man. It's so ironic because, I went through one situation where they had fired me off of some townhomes just for no reason. And that was like a major part of my income. I was getting like almost 2,300 a month off that contract. So I was like, man, this is cold blooded for no reason.
right.
But my friend said, Skip, she said, don't worry about that. She said, yeah, don't even think about it. But I'm like, man, that's 2,300, you know. So she was like, no, don't worry about it. Man, I'm telling you, she got me so many new contracts. And that's why I believe in God. God say he'll give it back twofold or threefold. You know, she done doubled it, tripled it,
Right.
then met some good people on her lineage. She got good people on her lineage. So those good people on there just steady, hey, Skip, come on, come on. So I say that to say, I'm not saying that to impress people, but to impress upon people that, you know, being a child of God, what I'm saying, ain't no bad thing. And you have to really believe in it. You got a lot of people out here that will worship a gang and, worship the crooks all day long. You got these guys, they'll die for these gangs, man. You know
Right.
what I'm saying?
Right.
Go to jail for the gang, but you never see the gang come up and patch together and get them out of jail. You know what I'm saying? You don't never see them say, "Hey, we finna go get your bond money."
Right.
So I'm tired of people leading our kids into these booby traps, man. You know what I'm saying? You know, and I'm okay with being the bad guy, the guy that's working, the guy that's got the reflective uniforms on. Let that be me. You know, let me be the one. You know, it ain't no need for no whole bunch of people at the top nowhere. You know what I'm saying? You know, let me be the one drive the Rolls Royce. Then y'all go over here and hang with the crowd and go to the penitentiary. So I just seen so much, over the years till, I can't wait to share my story with the world. I
Right.
can't wait to be on Jimmy Kimmel. I can't wait to go to the Astro Arena and be on the stage when the stage turn around. Those are dreams of mine. So I'm that guy that always put a dream right there, and then ain't no reason for it not to come true. You
Amen.
know what I'm saying? And I tell a lot of
Uh-oh. I lost it. Look, I lost your audio and your video. Where you go, Skip? There you go.
man, my sister, she looking and she trying to tell me we not talking. I say we talking. Say, man, I'm gonna have to put on payroll. I'm gonna have to put on payroll, man. Audio. She gotta get audio jobs. Skip, you're not talking. Yes, I'm talking, sis.
Hey,
Say,
hey, look, tell her she is on delay. She probably look, she
yeah, man,
probably
yeah. That's what it is. He trying to tell you that you're not talking. We done passed that.
you're on delay.
Yeah, man. That was 30 minutes ago, man.
Oh
Yeah.
man. But no, I believe in what you're saying, Skip, and so much, I believe what I've learned in this life personally, and I can't ever talk about nobody else. But what I've started to do and what I had to start doing for myself was taking accountability and responsibility for myself and my actions.
Right.
I can't talk about. I'm so with you. Too many people want to look out at somebody else and say this person over here or that person over here. Everything that I've learned is this: is that it starts at home first. Before
Right.
I go out trying to fix the world.
Right.
Um, and I heard this, and I do believe it was Charleston White that says everybody want to go out and fix the community, and you want to fix the neighborhood, and you want to fix the cities, and you want to fix all these other things. But where the brokenness starts and what you need to fix first is fixing your own house.
Right.
Fix what's in your own mirror first. And
Right.
then you can go out from there. But what's the sense of going out and trying to fix everything else, but then you coming back home to what's broke?
Right.
That don't even make a rattle dog sense.
At all.
And that thing right there is we have allowed. I so agree. Like people think that this thing, and that's why I respect you so much with the hard work and sticking with it because people want it. Everybody thinks that this thing is microwave.
Nah.
They want the microwave. They want the microwave. The greatest lessons come through going through the things. That's
Right.
what you learn. You don't, if you think that you can just go from the bottom to the top without anything, you miss the whole learning period right there in the middle because it's that stuff in the middle. See, you can wake up. How many athletes, and I just use them for example, how many athletes came up in a certain way, but they had these people around them and they thought they were friends and this, that, and the other, and they got these major contracts and they signed these big deals, but then they went from the bottom to the top, but they didn't have anything in between. And it was those people that they took with them that sucked them dry.
Right. Right.
We don't take time to learn the people that we are around. We don't take time to be like, hold up, man. That's not where I'm trying to go.
Right. In my book, I talk about that. I got my book, Your Only Choice to Become Rich. I talk about how you have to have a job to get the job. The job of finance, the dream, but God will reward you with destiny. And what he basically talks about is how, and I use, like you say, I use me as an example, way low. uh, you know, I worked at McDonald's, I worked at uh all the zoo, I don't worked at Bally's, I don't work, a lot of people don't know that. I worked at so many jobs, man. When we was in school, you know, that was our thing. You had to have a job. Hey Ali, how you doing? You had to have a job somewhere, and I learned how to work at McDonald's. McDonald's was my first job, and they said if you have time to lean, you got time to clean,
Mm-hmm.
you know. And I used to clean that grill at night and have that green shine and shine and shine and put that shine on it. The next day, come back, buy my first car from PC Motors. But I learned from those other jobs. I used to be the manager at Bally's and 24-hour fitness. I used to close deals all the time. That was the best because I was the only one of the only black managers at Bally's. Me and a guy named Doug Reed. But everything that I learned from those jobs, I applied it to my business.
Yes.
So uh,
Yes.
even when I went to school for business, people don't know that I went to school for business. So but I worked for other companies. But when it came time for me to jump out on faith, it was an easy transition. My daddy had a business. He took me to work when he was little. So I used to always tell my teachers that, hey, I want to be like my daddy. What I'm saying? I want to cut grass. And they thought I was crazy. He had a lawn service. Mr. G's lawn service, never say no. So
Right.
he took me out. We did a barbed wire fence to keep the cows in, so I wanted to be like him. Work was, deeply entrenched in my DNA. So, you know, everything that I do is just like me knowing how to do fences. And I was telling the guy this the other day. I said, he asked me how did I learn how to do it. I said every time I used to hire people to do stuff for me, I used to stand right over them. I said a lot of them used to get mad. I said I didn't mind paying them. I pay them, but I learned that lesson.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know, when I go to the job, I don't want to be the flag man. I don't want to be the guy in the office. Put me in the field. You know, there's nothing that can be gained by me holding a flag. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
We go to the next job, you know, a female can hold a flag, so they're gonna kick me to the curb. But
Right.
if I know how to frame, if I know how to tie rebar, if I know how to, you know, float, tape and float, you know, if I know how to, you know, do roofing, then I got some value. You know, people gonna call me and say, "Hey, Skip, we need you to do this." You
Right.
know, so now that I know how to do stuff, you know, my whole thing was a lot of people thought they was my competition. You know, that's why they was looking at me. That's why a lot of people look at you crazy, think you the competition. I'm not the competition.
Right.
You not. I'm not even thinking about you, bro.
That's
I'm
it.
thinking about
That's it.
when I put a bid in. I'm thinking about them other people with them big companies that I got
Right.
to have work that's comparable to what they're doing. You know, if I get in there and bid, I'm the smallest company sometimes in there. So I'm competing against these big companies, but the quality of my work is what's going to get me the job.
Right.
And my word, you know, I'm an old school person, you know, a handshake and a word mean a whole bunch to me. You know, I've been in business 31 years, man. And I'm not running from nobody.
Right.
So, you know, my whole thing is take care of each and every person that I deal with 110%. You know, if you want $100 worth of work, I'm gonna give you 120. You know, I want you to be ahead. I don't want to be ahead. I want you to be ahead. I want you to think, hey, I got over on it. You know what I'm saying?
But you know what? That's the best. You know what you're saying. All of that is so true. Especially, it took me the longest to learn because I'm kind of slow. But you know, I hear people complaining about the jobs that you're at. What I learned was this: you go in and you learn it
Right,
because that you're getting paid. You know what they call them people? What they call managers in training or whatever. They're paying these people to learn how to do this.
right,
So if one day, if your desire is to own your own business while you working for somebody else
right,
and they paying you,
right,
learn everything that they do, learn every process. Because no
right,
matter what business you're gonna be in, you're gonna exchange some kind of money. You're gonna,
right,
you know, you learn how this works. You got to learn how to sell stuff.
right,
Nobody, people take it the wrong way. Like, well, man, they're paying you to train you to
right,
run your own business one day.
right.
That's like,
See, the
man,
thing, a lot of people want to be paycheck millionaires. You know what I'm
mm,
saying? They want to go to the job and get more money than the person that's running the business. You know, so that's where the government has gotten to a point where they're trying to satisfy, you know, all these people. You know, they're trying to give them these outrageous salaries. And a lot of these businesses are going out of business trying to keep up with what the
right,
government says, you know, these people are supposed to have. You know, my whole thing is I don't believe that people should have houses, you know, if you don't earn them. You know, back in the day, the only way that a person could get a house was you either save your money or you went to the military. And when you went to the military, you can come back and you can get a house for $1 down. You know, but you had to earn everything that you had. It wasn't given to you. You know, we live in this entitled, you know, generation where people think that they just go to the job and, you know, don't, hey, I ain't did nothing today, man. I just, you know, I got them today. You know what I'm saying? I just went to work and I ain't do nothing. You know, nobody puts a job description up for you to do nothing. You know, every time somebody hires somebody, it's because they need something done. You know,
right,
so when you go to work, you're not going to work to sleep or do nothing. You know, if you go there and don't do nothing, guess what? They don't need your job. Your
right,
job is going to eventually go away. You
man.
know,
You're so
so
right.
so
That's so it, Skip. That's man, you know, one for me, you know, when I go any job that I've worked at, okay, I tell the company you did the one thing for me that I asked. You know what that one thing is? You gave me an opportunity. That's the only thing that I feel a company owes me. If you
right,
now you gave me the opportunity. Now everything else is up to me.
right,
You gave me the opportunity to come in to interview, and to now you say, okay, well, hey, I'm gonna give you the opportunity at this position. So now everything else, that's on me.
right,
That is on me. And I see people that don't get it. You know, people used to hate to be a checker at Walmart, or I hate being a checker, or they complain about being a checker so much that they don't even have checkers.
Right.
Now it's self-checking. Do you not know that machine now took somebody's job?
Yeah.
But you don't, people gonna complain about stocking the stores so much.
Right.
So eventually they gonna have a machine to come through and stock the stores.
Yeah. Or you just type in what you want, all your groceries, what these pop out in the bag.
And people are missing it, is that, these things that you complain about, the stuff that you complain about, oh, I don't want to do that for that. Eventually, if you're not working, then what you gonna do?
Right. And that goes into, it's a culture thing, you know what I'm saying? And a lot of times I tell people, I say, once upon a time, it was a time where you could pump your gas and then go pay, you know. And at the same time, at the gas station, you had one pump that was full serve where they checked the oil
Yep.
for the older people, check your gas, check your tire pressure, and stuff like that. Everything has been monetized. Genocide has been monetized. You know what I'm saying? Now when you go to the gas station, you don't see not one pump that, what can an old person go and say, hey, can somebody pump my gas for me, or, without getting robbed? You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? You got to worry about getting robbed. You're scared when your mama and your grandmother them go to the gas station now. You know what I'm saying? So, I say that to say, you know, we got some autonomous leaders, man. You know what I'm saying? These leaders think solely about themselves. They don't think about the people. Even when back in the day, you know, the people was the reason why they was revolting. The British Tea Party. They didn't want to be taxed, so that was a people's decision to rebel. It wasn't no one person. It was the people. And just like when I see these politicians these days, they all about themselves. None of them are balanced. You got, just like Greg Abbott. You know, he do some good stuff, but then he'll turn around and say, "Yes, we're for guns," but then you say, "Y'all a Christian party. How you gonna be Christian?" And then you talking about blowing somebody's brains out. It just don't match. And then you got these other guys talking about everybody need their gun. Well, you thinking worldly. That's why
Right.
God said you got to be, outside the world to be present with Him, because if you got prayer in school, and if you got the pastors and preachers being accountable, they creating an individual that's humble, then you don't need a gun. You understand what I'm saying? The only reason you need a gun because you create a society where everybody don't know how to go through conflict resolution.
Right.
You know,
Right.
nobody turn the cheek.
And we
So
definitely don't have people, but that comes from conflict resolution, and being able to, people can't even have a conversation. People don't even know how to have a conversation with each other anymore. Yeah. That's the craziest part, is that we have become so disconnected from each other. Sometimes we don't even realize it. Sometimes I sit, or I'll go out, I love my baby, because look here, when my baby here skip, every time if I got my phone, you know what she say? "Oh, put your phone down." So, and that reminds me that's that connection. But we have become so disconnected from each other. Sometimes even in our own houses.
Right.
Everybody is on their individual devices. Nobody, there's not even conversation in the house. So you
Right.
can't even resolve anything in your house. So how
Right.
could you resolve anything on the outside of your house? People don't even know how to, I heard this, and I don't know, because I'm old now, that they can't even, they don't even teach them anymore how to write cursive in school. You
They,
know,
they don't have no
these
books
things,
neither.
it has gone, and we are allowing so much to take over us.
Right.
You know, and I'm gonna give it back to you, Skip. I'm sorry, but you just gave me old
Now
thumb.
go ahead.
It said, when God created the heavens and the earth, He gave man Adam, man, us, dominion over this thing.
Right.
He gave us dominion over it. In other words, he told us we are the rulers over this. Now, check this out. Go to 5 people and take their phones. They would lose their mind because now they're not even dominion over their own cell phones or their own computers because now their computers and their cell phones run them.
Right.
We are no longer in charge and we're no longer in the position that we should be in. We are the leaders. We are over this and we don't even act like it no more. We are out of control.
Right.
Because now we're allowing things to control us.
Right. We're culturally deficient.
Yes.
And when I say that, everything that we did back in the day was proactive. It wasn't reactive, it was proactive. Going back to what you said about the house, you in the beginning you said you have to start with yourself.
Yes.
You have to start with your own home. Everything in that home was designed to create order. That table with them 5 chairs and it used to have a table with the 5 chair, but one of them had the big chair for daddy.
Yes.
Yes. Versus people eating at the table now. Everybody don't. That was supposed to be where everybody ate at. After mom cooked everything, the wife cooked everything. Everybody go sit at the table, and then dad come home from work. They no, you can't eat. You can't eat until daddy break bread. It was structure. So when dad broke bread, dad wasn't all balling those 7 days. Dad was working hard, then making sure mama still kept up looking good. Kids come home school, mama sitting down with the kid, plaiting her hair. If the son was bad at school, the kid was bad, told daddy, such was bad at school. Daddy give instructions to the mama, go on beat him. Go on get the belt and go on give him 6 pops or 5 pops or whatever it was. So you had structure in your home, and like you say, it starts from home. But if the dad is not going to protect his home, then who is? Right. If we're going to let the government infiltrate your house and tell you this is how it go, then that's on you. But, I've always led. That's why I say I don't mind being the bad guy. Even with my homeboys, I don't mind being the bad guy. I don't mind being the guy you don't like. It's impossible for you to like me because I want you to be better than me. You understand what I'm saying? A lot of people don't like me because I want to be better than me. Hey man, go on get a job, man. Go on get your plant job or something, man. You're gonna be making more money than me sometimes. You know what I'm saying? So right. How you gonna like me when I'm standing on side of you? So the people that they like are the drug dealers because the drug dealers live this fictitious life, so they're gonna go ride on them. You see what I'm saying? But I'm that guy they're gonna come to. I'm gonna say, hey man, you ain't gotta ride him. He'll be riding you if you go ahead and take care of your business.
Yes.
So that's where the separation comes. That's just like a teacher in the school. A teacher in the school gonna be responsible for creating so many millionaires and billionaires, but she only gonna make 75 or 45,000.
That is so true. Man, I've heard that before, and I've realized is that teacher that has taught those teachers that put it there, and they are so underpaid and overworked sometimes, but they are the ones who's out here.
I wouldn't say underpaid. I wouldn't say overworked. Life is about careers. And that's what we got to get back to. They say if you're doing something that you like, you won't work not now and day. We used to have pet shops. We used to have mechanic shops. Daddy businesses. We become a profit-driven people.
Yes.
We got to ask ourselves, what makes you happy, man? That's why I said in the beginning, rich also needs to equal you being happy.
Yes.
You understand what I'm saying? If you're doing a job where you're not happy, then you tripping. Everybody doesn't want to have a big house and a big car, a big apartment. Some people like townhouses. They might have a bunch of money, and they'll go spend all their money on a townhouse. It's just, they say beauty is in the eye of the beholder.
Yes.
Just like happiness is a distinctive trait for individuals. So you know, if you somebody out here that's like taking care of kids, you want a daycare, you doing that, and you might not be making a bunch of money. You might just be making just enough. You might be kicking the can forward for your kids, or doing something for some people that you feel sorry for. You know what I'm saying? It's just like when I used to cut grass at uh this like a home health care service
Mhm.
in a group home. And I used, every time I pull up, I used to put enough drinks in there for the kids to come over there. And I love talking to them because I always try to figure out, you know, what makes them tick, or how are they really smart. I always try to get to the bottom of it. And
Right.
I talk to some of them, and they end up being real smart, man. So I've always had a heart for people that can't fend for themselves. You know, so I said to say everything is not always about money. It's about service. I think we've gotten away from understanding our true purpose on this earth. And that's to fulfill God's will to have peace on earth. You know what I'm
Yes.
saying? So, when you present that DVD, God gonna say, "What did you do to help me with what I wanted to do?" Not what you wanted to do, but what did you do to help me accomplish what I was put you down there to accomplish?
That's
We have
it.
to realize that we're not here to serve ourselves. We're here to serve God. So when we present that DVD, I'm gonna tell them, "Hey, God, look, I had a bunch of haters. Bunch they stole my tools. They stole my tools a bunch of times. you know, they tried to kill me a couple of times for no reason. You know, but I still kept going. I was riding in the truck coming from Beaumont with no windshield wipers. I was sticking my hand out the window. I rode around with look. I rode around with a suspended license for 6 years. You know what I'm saying?
Oh
But I
man.
made it, God. But I made it, man.
Oh man. But
Yeah.
it is so true that, and I'm giving that so much gift, that what you just said, you have to be happy with what you're doing. Um, and I believe that's about finding your purpose.
Right.
And so many people out here don't, a lot of people don't even believe they have a purpose.
Oh yeah,
That's
destiny.
the saddest thing. It is because when I think of somebody that doesn't believe that they have a purpose,
Right.
you are a person that believes that God just created you for nothing. Like he was just bored and say, like, oh well, let me just make somebody.
Yeah.
Um, each and every one of us has a purpose. We were, I say it every night at the end of the show because I know it and I believe it, that everybody has a purpose. And the
Most definitely.
greatest part about having a purpose is there's somebody out there waiting for you to walk in your purpose.
Right.
Because whatever your purpose is, they're waiting for it.
Right.
They're waiting for you to do it. They're like, okay, they actually need you. That's the greatest aspect, is there's somebody out there waiting for you to fulfill your purpose.
Right. Right. It's just like computer programming. If you ever took computer programming class, you know, everything has, even if you play Madden and all them video games, everybody that picks up that controller is going to be a different outcome, just depending on that each individual that picks
Yes,
up that controller. So everybody has a destiny. It depends on
yes,
who you're getting your instructions from. Now, if you get your
yes.
instructions from the devil, then you're going to prolong your destiny. You know what I'm saying? But if you continue to listen to God and get your instructions from God, those people are usually very successful. You know what I'm saying? So you just got to make that decision on who you want to trust with your life. You know what I'm saying? You know, I don't teach my kids negativity. They do real good. Even though we'll be bumping heads, they think they know a little something. I have to let them go bump their head. But you got to be intentional about being great. I want to be great. You know what I'm saying? I want to leave a positive influence. You know, I'm intentional about that. You know, it ain't like I'm just waking up in the morning saying, hey, one day I'm gonna be responsible for bringing people together. I'm intentionally trying to bring people together. You know, I'm
Right.
intentionally trying to help America get to a better place. You know, I see it. So I want to be right there in history books saying, hey, everybody thought he was tripping, you know, but everything that he did was to turn this country into a different place. And everybody don't get to make history like that, but I think I can. So, you know, I'm going to be intentional moving forward, you know, trying to make history that way through books, through media, through film, and through business, you know. So that's where we at.
Yeah, and that's a positive, and that's it. If we each again would take the opportunity to do that, if we each would quit pointing outward and start looking inward,
Right.
if we each would take the opportunity to every day, see, I know that every day is a brand new day. My only thing
Oh,
I
yeah.
do every day is this. Is whatever happened yesterday, I can't change it. But
Right.
what I want to do the next day is be better than I was yesterday.
Right.
Every day I want to be better than the day before. I want to be better than the day before. I want to open myself up a little bit more than the day before. I want to walk in this purpose a little bit more, one step at a time. They told me a long time ago, when you look at the bigger picture, sometimes you get overwhelmed. But an old guy I used to work for said this: how do you eat an elephant? One bite at a time.
Right.
How do
Right.
you walk 1,000,000 miles? One step at a time.
Exactly. Good stuff.
One step. And too many people get caught up. So many people have gotten caught up in this hamster wheel of just repeating, and you done got caught up in this cycle, and you're so afraid to get off of it because you see everybody else on it, and you don't want to offend nobody. And you don't. Let me tell you something. This is what I know, Skip. I don't know nothing else. This country boy don't know nothing else. This is what I do know this.
What's that?
I came into this world alone,
Right.
and I will leave this world alone.
Yeah. You don't need a whole bunch of people in your movie. God don't accept the movies with too many people. He gonna reject it because he can't judge all of them at one time. So
And too many times we forget that we're trying to go along with what the majority thinks.
oh yeah.
God gave us each individual. We're individuals.
Yeah.
Individuals.
You gotta tote your own cross, bro.
Yes.
Yeah.
And boy, and look at you. Guess what, Skip? Everybody got one.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
ain't no sense in me talking about how big yours is or how small yours, because guess what? I got my own.
I got my own, man. I got mine. So I don't need no help with it either. I don't need to take my credit. You might go over there throwing gang signs over there. I go up there with God. I'm gonna tell you, he ain't with me. I'm gonna tell you he ain't with me. Hey God, man, go, bro. Go, hey man. Go over there. You supposed to be over there with that train with them fire on it. With that devil without that old gang sign stuff, man. Go on over there, bro. Man.
Oh man,
I did this the right way, man. I don't know what he was doing. This is my DVD right here, man.
Hey man, that's the thing, man. I love the fact that sometimes we get so caught up in this world and thinking, but we got the eye. God sees all.
Oh
God
yeah.
sees us. There ain't no shaking, no faking. Let me tell you, you can hide from man all day.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you can duck over here and lie over here and sneak over
Oh yeah.
here. But let me tell you something. The good Lord see it all. Every single thing. Um, you know, I don't care what a person walks in, it ain't mine to judge, okay?
Right.
But what I tell a person to do is this: be the best at it, whatever it's gonna be.
The best
Don't
you.
fake it, don't fake it. Be the best at it.
I'm the greatest of all time at being skilled.
Hey, come on. Because guess what? Can't nobody else be it like you.
Hey, I'm the goat at being Skip. Yeah. You can't. I bet you can't beat me being me. Yeah. Huh.
Try it if you want
Go
to.
try it. Go.
That's it.
Go try it, man. Go.
Man,
I promise I know how to do it.
man,
Yeah.
man. Well,
Yeah.
look here, Skip. I want you to, as we get ready to close this thing, man. Man, please tell people, what you got coming up,
Oh
where
yeah.
they can find you at, any information you want to give, my friend.
Yeah. I just want to add a little bit to what you were saying before I go into that. What I usually do with me, I take myself on a 1 year plan. You know, like last year, I learned a lot through the entertainment industry, learned about all the crooks and, you know, paid a lot of money, a lot of ways, lost a lot of money, but I learned them lessons. I had to pay for them lessons, but I'm a seasoned businessman right now. So, moving forward, I met a lot of good people. Mr. Goodman in 979, Terry, man, I done met so many good people last year. Radio Pushers, man, with the Miami. That's why I got my Miami shirt on, you know. But man, there's so much good came out of last year. But like I was saying earlier, the destiny that I'm on is something that people can't see.
Right.
Nobody's never seen somebody do it legally. You know, legal. See, they call it from some 979. No, that's probably a spam. I don't like that, man. I gotta get that. But I'm a forge. Keep pushing forward with the entertainment. Man. It's getting good. I'm learning my equipment with the moves. I don't like giving people a date when I'm gonna be through. I'm just gonna be through. You know, I'm not on nobody's timeline, to get through, but I'm just loving what I'm doing. Ain't nobody financing this but me,
Right.
so I'm not on nobody's timeline. I eat the same shrimp in the restaurants everybody else eat at. I drive the same car they drive, so I'm not pressed for time on them. But you can go get Your Only Choice to Become Rich, my book. You can get it now, you can get it later. I got Atticus Publishing, Stephen Ford and them over there, man. I met them last year. They get my book back in my hands. So, you know, it's a great book. Got my kids' book coming. It's just a lot of stuff, good stuff going on. My clothesline doing real good. Mark Harper, hey, Mark Harper hit me up yesterday, right? He I've been doing my clothesline. He hit me up saying he want a white linen suit. So so I gotta get busy. I say, Mark, you making me work, bro. So the clothesline is doing phenomenal, man. Can't wait to get the cologne and the men's body wash and all that together. You know, been talking to Warner Brothers. I just be talking to these record labels, just seeing who gonna step up to the plate.
Right.
If they don't, I'm gonna just keep moving. But it's nothing hidden about me, man. Everything is transparent. Whatever happens, happens. But one thing about it, and I just want to share this with everybody. You know, Never wait for nobody to finance those dreams. Like I said earlier, a lot of people write books to get the house, to get the car. I try to be creative with my business to be able to afford anything that I dream of. A $2 million house, I can pay for that through my businesses. Positioning myself. I know the 2 million is a tag. My whole thing is to create a business where I can make $2 million. You know what I'm saying? Building houses, expanding my lawn service and fence company, do whatever it takes. If I hit the music, that's a home run. We automatically get it. You understand what I'm saying? If a book hit, we automatically get it. But in the meantime, we're going to keep basing that bat, swinging that bat. Something going to hit. Something going to stick to that bat. And you're going to be like Yardon Alvarez when his mama was at the Reliance State and knocked that thing out the park, man. So, man, don't live on nobody else's terms, man. Just enjoy the journey, man. Just get out here. I love what I do. I love working. I love doing fences. I love meeting people. So every day of my life is a good day, and I just can't wait to Sunday till I get out the grass clothes and jump in the bins and go to Kima. So that's what I be on until we get all the way there. But if I don't, I'm just living my life, man. I'm enjoying my life. So that's all it's about. So y'all grab that Your Only Choice to Become Rich. go to YouTube, Spotify, grab the Hustle 5, Hustle 6, and Hustle 8. You know, and Grassroots Records, a Grassroots family, we'll be back this year with a group album. So we just working, man. But I appreciate you. I appreciate you, country boy, man. You know, you the man, man. You steady moving up. You trying to leave me behind, but I'm
Oh,
right there watching
no.
you, bro.
Hey, no man left behind. No man left behind. country boy, I got a wagon. Come on, anybody go with me.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Anybody
sir.
go with me. Well, man, Skip, I appreciate it. Y'all check Skip out. Skip Flanagan, Grassroots Records. Hustle. What is it? Hustle 5.
Hustle 6 and Hustle 8, 3 albums.
Hustle 6 and Hustle 8. Y'all check out his clothing brand. Y'all check him out. Y'all check him out. Man, hold on a second, Skip. Look here. If you can hear me now, Miss Julie, I'm gonna see if this works right here. I had to mute one. Well, anyway, man, I'm greatly honored to have Skip here. It has been an honor. It has been a privilege to have him here. Skip, I thank you. I thank you so very much. As we get ready to close this thing, as the country boy always closes it, just like you heard Skip talk about his vision, talk about going through what he went through, talking about the things, following through the vision. You know how old country boy always tells y'all, look at here. If the good Lord has given you a vision, if the good Lord has given you a vision, and the one thing I know, I said if, but I know that he has, because I know he's given all of us a vision. Now, sometimes we may play like we're blind. We may look the other way because we don't want to pursue it, but he has given all of us something. That vision that the good Lord has given you. I know that there's people that try to talk you out of it and try to tell you you shouldn't do this. And they try to be the coach because they think they know everything. But let me tell you something. God gave you that vision. He gave it to you because he knew that you could handle it. And the other thing about him knowing that you could handle it, that vision, that purpose that you have, there's somebody out there waiting for you to fulfill it. So don't you quit. Don't you give up. Don't you give in. Don't worry about the naysayers and the people that tell you what you can't do and you ought to be, you got to have this much money to do this, or oh, you know what, you got to lose weight to do this, or oh, you got to gain weight to do this, or you too dark, or you too bright, or you too short, you too tall, your hair too short, your hair too long. Don't worry about them. Them naysayers, they doing what they supposed to do. What you supposed to do is follow the vision. That's what you're supposed to do. Never quit, never give up, never get in. I'm not saying that you won't get tired. I'm not saying that you won't get hit in the stomach a couple of times and you're bent over, but I'm saying just get back up. Don't quit. Don't quit. Because I'll tell you, and I'll speak for my guest, Skip, is that we believe in it. We believe in it. If God gave it to you, we believe in you and we support you 100%. That's what this whole platform is about. It's about supporting others, uplifting others, and encouraging others. You know what I want personally from this platform is to see other folks grow. Tell you again, what I want from this ain't got nothing to do with money, ain't got nothing to do with accolades. What I want from this platform, and the reason I come is because I want to encourage other people to grow. I want to encourage other people to keep going, to keep pushing. Don't stop. If you have to use and look at my life as an example, then do it. I don't mind not one bit. And lastly, but not leastly, if you woke up this morning and you opened your eyes and you cleaned out your ears and you was trying to hear, but wasn't no words coming from nowhere that you could hear. Well, if you was out today and if you was in Houston, boy, it was a nice day in Houston. Woo, sun was shining. Yes, it was. I almost had to take off a t-shirt or something. But look here, and you was listening around and you didn't hear, you didn't hear nothing but Skip singing in your ear. But that wasn't what you was trying to hear. What you was listening for was these words right here. Look at here. Look at here. Here it is. 9:05 Houston time. You finna hear it right now. Look at here. We love you. We love you. We love you unconditionally. And there's absolutely, positively nothing that you can do about it. I thank you so very much. Hey, Skip,
Yes, sir.
Miss Julie wants to get your information about
Okay.
the lawn service.
Okay.
Um, she needs it. I get Miss Julie.
The Green Spot Houston, the Green Spot Houston Facebook.
The Green Spot Houston Facebook. There it is, Miss Julie. Green Spot Houston. Look here, if y'all need to get some grass cut, y'all call Skip. Green Spot Houston. There you. Y'all get you some of them. What you call them? What's that? What you call these? The accessories. Is that what they call it? Yeah, he got some accessorize. He got some music, and he's got his book. So y'all check him out. Y'all check him out.
Yes, indeed.
Skip, I thank you so very much, man. Keep pushing, keep going.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And you know, Country Boys are always right here, man. Like I'm right here. And look, and after that big old meal tonight, see how amazing.
You say you did it, man. You did it.
I did it. Hey, thank you so very much, Skip.
I love you, man.
Coming, my brother. Look here, y'all have a good night, and we will see y'all. Myself and my co-host will be back Monday with another edition of The Real Conversation with a Twist of Humor. So y'all check us out Monday at 8 o'clock. Y'all have a very safe and wonderful weekend. Love y'all. We out of here. Later, Skip.
Right. Peace, man. Appreciate you.
All right.